Namaste. Hello, we met again with this platform Namaste Budenovi, which is actually every week I was live in Instagram at Budenovi, but unfortunately I speak in Indonesian, so I create this platform for you, my friends who speak English. Why Namaste? Namaste means I bow to the soul that you have from the divine, or the divine soul. I see your divine soul with my divine soul. So hopefully with this platform we can share everything that enrich our soul together and make us grow together as a very in the very peaceful way as a divine soul. For this time I want to discuss about letting go. Letting go is a bit tricky ways because people sometimes it's very easy to say, oh, just letting go. But actually, what is letting go? Why people are so difficult to let it something go? Either relationship, either work, either life, whatever in life. Sometimes people say, oh, I cannot letting go. It's difficult for me to move on. Nah, before we go deeper, actually, we have to understand why people difficult to letting go. Actually, for me myself, yeah, letting go is something we need to practice to be strong to ourselves, to see what's going on, because sometimes we make an excuse. Nah, there is several things that makes people become difficult to letting go. First, the feeling of grief or an apathic. Yeah, for example, someone grief. Yeah, when people grieve, not finish the grief yet, then the things attach. Yeah, the emotion attach or apathical. Oh, I cannot do something. It's difficult for me to forget her or forget him. Nah, when we start to be like that, then we realize we start to attach either emotion, either the mind. Mostly, people always say, I cannot letting go because their mind always attached. We can think something without attach actually, but they always attach either to the past or in the future. When we attach, we start to be difficult to be moved on. Oh, I have a good memory with her in the past. We go to that places, something like that. And this is something which is what we call it uh, attachment of the mind. Yeah. So when we attach, it's a bit become difficult. Yeah. Then it create what I call it depression. People are very difficult to move on because they depressed. Why they depressed? Because they have what we call it desire. Every time we have a desire, then the desire cannot fulfill, then they start depressed. They start become anxiety and go back again with the mind, because the mind try to control what will going on with the life. The mind start to attach to our past and it cannot appreciate to the present. Yeah, we can remember something beautiful or sad, but we can not attach. For example, when I remember my father who just passed away recently, I feel I cry. Yeah, I cry. But I feel not attached because I realize he already gone. Now, this is some emotion. When we attach to something very hard, that makes people difficult to letting go. Yeah. Because like I told you before, the feeling of grief, yeah, and make a depression. Why people depressed? Because they have expectation or desire which is not fulfilled. Then they start to create another emotion which is, I call it fear. Then we fear for everything. Then people start afraid that in front of us we cannot meet better person, for example, because in the past relationship, this person met with very handsome guy. We try to control too far in the future. That's create another attachment. When we attach like that, so we lost what we call it present moment. How we can be happy if we attach to that moment, future and the past? This is the thing that we need to be practice every day. With this letting go, with difficulties of letting go, that's create, like I told you, we create fear, because fear to the future, even fear for tomorrow, because our mind make anticipation. How about this? How about that? This is something very normal, yeah, but we need to learn to be present. Now, the attachment is the root of difficulties of letting go, because like I told you, like there is the thinking, yeah, we have a grief, yeah, then we create depression, because why? Because we cannot fulfill the desire. Then we create anger, sorry, of fear. Now this fear then bring to anger. Anger with what? Anger with the situation. Anger with the difficulties of accepting the present moment. The other things, this also bring the, what you call it, pride, yeah? Because the pride also make attach. Those kind of emotion, this is the core of why people difficult to letting go. Either situation or either person. This is the thing of acceptance. This is why we need to practice. What we need to practice is to accept emotion as it is. Because if we not accept it, then difficult. Once I wrote in my writing, I also a short story writer, yeah. The first step to move on is to accept. If we not accept, impossible we will be letting go of something. Yeah. This is why we need to learn to accept. Using this word of acceptance, every time we experiencing the difficult things of our life, then we learn to practice letting go. For example, suddenly you remember your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend. When you have this memory come out, say it to yourself, I accept this memory. For suddenly your feeling becomes sad. Say it, I accept this sadness feeling. Suddenly you bring the emotion of fear. Just say it, I accept my fear. Try to not denial. Because if you try to deny, oh, I'm fine, it's okay. Then we blocked, yeah, we block things. Now, this is the things that we need to learn in this life of letting go. Because sometimes people trap into memory. Many people come to me and said, "Oh, Novi, I still uh, feel that we still connected from our past, blah 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 blah, and we are soulmate." This is the thing. Sometimes we forget that everything is changing in this world, including our emotion. Our emotion evolve every day. I always ask, do you sure you still love that person, or you just still love in the memory with that person or with that situation? Because sometimes what we still attach on what we think that we love is the memory, the beautiful memory. I wish, this is the thing, I wish now is like yesterday. Nah, the realization of the situation now, the accept that moment now is the key word of letting go. The reality is now. Yesterday is already illusion. Tomorrow is also illusion. This is why I never say to my client that my tarot reading is reading the future. I'm not reading the future. I'm mapping the soul of the energy now. When with then you can bring it with you to the future. Which is why now is very important for people who already come to me. Always understand this. I always give them homework to 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 do it, because when they come to me, then they not do the homework. The card still doing the same. Okay, doing the homework. This is the thing. Some people are lazy to be happy. Why I said lazy to be happy? Because they think happiness is given. No, happiness is not given. Happiness is a very hard work. We have to hard work to be happy. How? We have to be disciplined with the our mind about, okay, this is now. If we can be now, that's the authentic happiness. For example, now you watching my video, you feel happy because you're not thinking everything else. But then you start thinking in the next 5 minutes after watching Novi, oh, I should go, I do. Then you start stressful again. Or you think a day before, which is yesterday, you fight with your friend. This is what I meant. This is why in the belief of many tradition, now or present moment is the key of letting go. The reality is now. The fear is block us. Why we are afraid, create fear? Because we thought we realized we are controlling to the future, controlling to the past. Then with the thing that we cannot control, then we create anger. Then we create desperation. Yeah. Now, this is the thing, because sometimes people are afraid when they are not perfect. This is the pride. I've met many people, they are not in the happy marriage or happy relationship, but they keep this relationship because of the pride. Even they make an excuse, how about this, how about that, because of the pride. Yeah, the pride of, sometimes they use their children to keep or to become an excuse of their fear. Yeah, fear. So this is the thing. The first thing to let it go of something, you need to accept first. Without that, we never move forward. Yeah. So this is why everything's happen. If not in your plan, just say it out loud. Thank you, life. You give me a chance to pay my karma. I accept. Then I can surrender. This is the other word, a tricky word, is surrender. People often say, oh, I surrender. But their mind still keep asking why, and this is not surrender yet. And this is what I meant. The basic principle to let it go is to accept without any question, without any excuse. Hope your day is beautiful as you are. You are a beautiful soul. You have to believe this. Thank you very much for watching this. Namaste.